All right, so here I'm going to try to explain the new method that we're learning in terms of working with systems of linear equations. We have two equations right here. And we're going to teach you how to use the elimination method, but first we're going to try to show you how difficult this would be if we were using the graphing method. You can see this top equation, if we rewrote it as y equals negative 4x minus 102, it would look like this line. We'd have to change the scale of the axes that we use. I made every one box be equal to 6 units, and it's very difficult because of the size of the negativity of the y-intercept. It's difficult to make that graph. Then if we graph this other line, which we would put into y equals mx plus b form as y equals negative 2x minus 36, that looks like this. And you can see that those 2 points cross at what looks like maybe negative 33, 30, which we would then have to plug into those two equations to be able to test to make sure that they were true. So it's very complicated graphing. In other words, this type of problem, this type of system of equations, it doesn't set up real nicely to use the graphing method. You do obviously need to be able to do the graphing method, but when you see y-intercepts that are that big, and when you see this particular structure, here's an easier way to solve that. So we are literally going to subtract one equation from another. We're going to take 4x plus y equals negative 102 and subtract from it. Notice I have the x's lined up, the terms with the y's lined up, and the constants lined up. And I'm going to subtract this whole equation from this whole equation. So 4x plus y, I'm going to subtract 2x. I'm going to get 4x minus 2x is 2x. Y minus the y term, 0y, or nothing, equals negative 102 minus negative 36, which is going to be negative 102 plus 36, which is going to be equal to negative 66. And we're going to divide both sides by 2. I'm going to get x equals negative 33. That sets up pretty good so far because that's the x-coordinate of the graphing solution that we developed. So now we're going to plug this back into the equation. Obviously, better to choose the simpler one. 2 times the negative 33 plus y equals negative 36. That's negative 66. Negative 66 plus y equals negative 36. We're going to add 66 to both sides. I'm going to get y equals 30. And that's how we prove that the point negative 33, 30 is in fact the solution. A lot easier with algebra and using the elimination method than it was by using the graphing method.